What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Three Aficionados. It's your boy Earth, ladies man 217. It's your boy She Can Bake underscore 34, and it's your editor, XOTOG14 editing. This is game time, by the way.
Gamer tags.
We got some
I
stuff
will
we
love
gotta
that.
talk about
I
today.
will.
About the finals, this boring ass finals. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. We got the
What did I
Euros.
say? What did I say last episode? What did I
You
say?
didn't say sweep. You didn't say
I
Boston
I
sweep.
said Boston in five. Boston in
Yeah,
five is what I said. You
3-0.
said Mavericks in 6 or 7.
Yeah,
And you were flaming me for the pick.
yeah. I
And
thought five was
on it right
disrespectful.
now is looking pretty good what I said. And you're looking not so good. Not
It's
so good.
Kyrie's fault.
Maybe. Maybe. Tatum
Kyrie's
hasn't been
fault.
shooting that well until today. So
Yeah,
uh
and Kyrie didn't shoot that well until today too. I don't know what happened.
and Boston's still winning. So
And then Luca fouled out. It was
which was
I watched the whole
crazy.
game.
All right. We'll get into the third game, but let's kind of go over the series a little bit because it's basically been just domination from Boston. Like that's all it's been. 3 straight games, and it's looked exactly like it has all playoffs. Where in round one they won the series 4-1 against Miami. Round two they win 4-1 against Cleveland, and then round three,
It
who
was
they beat?
4-1. Yeah, 4-1 Cleveland and then
It was
4-0 in
4-0 against
Boston.
Indiana,
Yeah.
and now it's going to be 4-0 or 4-1, I think, against Dallas to win the championship. And at first, when we made the predictions before and everything, we were like, wow, this is the finals that we want. And now it's like Boston, if they play their cards right, they could be good for more than just this year. Where like this is looking like potential dynasty level team play, right? They've got Tatum, they've got Brown. Al Horford's definitely on his way out. Like I don't know how much longer he's gonna have. But I love their coach, Missoula. I think this guy is absolutely phenomenal. I saw Pep Guardiola there for game one, which was awesome. Totally changed the landscape. I know you don't like him either. So this is great. Drew Holiday's been an absolute monster. Like,
This is the Bucks' fault. The Bucks gave them the championship. Even Embiid tweeted that.
yeah.
They got greedy. They were like, oh, we don't have enough stars or whatnot. They did what the Lakers did. They
Mhm.
traded away their core for Westbrook. The Bucks, they traded their future first round picks.
For Lillard.
Like 3 picks and Holiday.
Yeah.
And they lost PJ Tucker. You bring in Dame.
Yeah.
You don't make it out of the second round.
Well, and then Lillard, the problem is he had some injury issues this year. He played well, but he started the off not that great.
Yeah, but
Mike
I
Holiday's
think
been
Boston.
exactly what Boston wanted because Missoula turned him
Yeah,
from this offensive scorer who can play defense to a guy who shoots when he has to and will make the bucket. But his main thing is to be the perimeter defender. He's
yeah.
covering the guys like Kyrie, which are so hard to cover, and
Only yeah,
he's
Kyrie.
doing phenomenal. And then obviously Derek White's been an absolute monster this series. Like holy crap! Like they look like one of the best backcourts that we've seen all season. Probably one of the best backcourts in playoff history, in
They're
my opinion.
definitely underrated.
I don't think it's even underrated anymore. I think now it's expected. Like Derek White and Drew Holiday have been so clutch for these 3 games. And once again, and today was a mess by Boston because they were up by like 21 in what, the fourth quarter,
I don't know if it
right?
was 12, but it was double digits.
No, it was 21. I remember I checked. It was
Uh,
like, or maybe it
I
was
was
like
high.
nine. It was like 90 to 71 or something like that,
I was high and
right?
drunk at the bar, so
So something close, something close to that.
I'm like a
So,
deadbeat dad. But yeah, it was a good game though. It was close, but then
well,
we saw
because
it
they made the
again.
comeback, right?
Yeah, Luca. But then Luca
Luka,
fouled out. But then the Mavs got it close. But some of these people just they can't
dude.
make shots, man.
PJ
I don't know
Washington with the wide
PJ
open three. He had
missed
a wide
brick,
open three. He made his guy miss. He made him jump, missed the wide open three.
and
I
then
get that there's pressure. You got to make that shot though.
Tim Hardaway too.
Yeah,
He
they were
got fouled
missing.
by Derek White. The refs didn't
And
call
then
it.
Kyrie
Open
took
three, he
such a
missed it.
weird three contested with like a minute left or something.
Yeah,
Obviously, he was going to miss.
he thought it
Didn't
was
make
that
any sense.
fucking oh shoot. He thought it was the Cavs and Warriors.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
buddy, you're Unc Drew now. You're not 24-year-old Kyrie no
so
more.
let's quickly go over. So the first 2 games, so in game one, Boston won 107-89. And that one was so far out of all the games, that was easily the worst one. That was the one that Dallas looked absolutely awful because nobody else showed up besides
Luca.
Luca, because he was the only guy who
I
had
mean,
at
the
least
same thing in
14
game
points.
two.
Yeah, it was the same, but points wise, 89 points in the finals. When your opponent has 107, embarrassing. This is really bad, right? PJ, I don't know the field goal percentages right now. I don't have them in front of me, but
They all shot terrible. Luca only had one
yeah,
assist. That's how you know.
but PJ Washington had 14 points in that game. Derek Jones Jr., who's a starter, had 5 points. I was watching this
He
guy
had two
miss
points today. He
every
was
single
terrible.
shot. I don't know why he's starting anymore. I don't get it. They got to find a different person to put there because he has been awful. Like all of a sudden he went from being this guy who's like
They don't
making
have anyone
trick
else.
plays. Dude, then play him less. Like it doesn't work. They have
I mean, they
Gafford
played him
at
like
8
20
points, but
minutes today.
Gafford is still more dependable than Derek Jones Jr. is for sure. Luca
They have a guy
dropped
for the
30 in
big.
that game.
They need a wing defender.
Dude, they don't have it. Derek Jones Jr. is doing nothing.
Well,
He's
they don't
doing
have anyone else.
dude,
Josh
find
Green
way.
is too small. Jaden Hardy too small. Dante Exum. That's why they've been playing Dante Exum more. You can't play Tim Hardaway Jr. because he's a brick and he can't
Yeah.
defend. I saw Tatum bullied him a few times and Jalen Brown did too.
But anyway, so Luca had 30 and 10. Kyrie only had 12 points in that game. Absolute embarrassment.
Made
Then
130.
only guy off the bench who played even reasonably well was
Lively?
Jaden Hardy, 13 points, no
Yeah.
lively. He only got 18 minutes. He only had 2 points. Tim Hardaway had nothing. So that was game one. And that was the game that Dante Exum basically didn't play. Meanwhile, Boston
Game
in that
two, he
game,
did.
Boston had so in game one, Tatum only had 16, but he had 11 rebounds. You could tell I think he only shot like 9 times in the whole entire game. Like he didn't really shoot the ball. He was just more focusing on defense and making good plays.
Yeah.
Even though his percentages were also low, but Jalen Brown, Porzingis, who started the game phenomenal. Like in the
Mm.
first quarter, he had like 11 points. And or maybe even after. Anyways, he finished with 20. He had a really good game one. Derek White had a good game one, a lot of defensive stops, also 15 points. Holiday, exact same thing at 12 points, good defense. Horford's been showing up this series. He's playing great defense. It's like he's 10 years younger. This guy's back. Jalen Brown had 22 in that game. And then the bench didn't do a ton, but they didn't have to, right? Hauser had 8 points. Pritchard didn't really shoot the ball that much, but didn't score any points. But the bench didn't have to do anything because the starters did basically all the hard work and they played
Mm.
most of the minutes. And then Porzingis stepped up when he had to. Um, in game two, it was 105-98. Way more respectable scoreline, more respectable game for sure. Definitely closer, but like more guys in the double digits. Once again, though, Kyrie only scoring 16 points in game two, not enough. 41 minutes, not enough. I don't care what your field goal percentage is. You have to keep on shooting the ball because this team, they should have at least one win right now. They should, right? PJ Washington had 17, Derek Jones Jr. had 11, Gafford had 13, Luca 32 with he had a triple double actually, 32, 11, and 11. 16 from Kyrie, and then nothing off the bench. Lively again, only 2 points. Josh Green for Exum 3 with only 10 minutes. So that's two straight games where Kyrie has been extremely disappointing and the bench has been extremely disappointing. And Luca is basically doing everything.
He's looking like 2018 Braun.
Well, that's what everyone's kind of comparing him to now. Like they're saying, like obviously we heard the news about Jerry West and how he passed away, which absolutely sucks.
RIP.
Absolute legend in the NBA. Definitely the reason behind a lot of the dynasties that have happened in the past. And obviously he's the logo of the NBA, so you know how important he is.
Mhm.
But Luca's having like a Jerry West kind of finals where Jerry West was like, I think he's like the only guy ever to win finals
Yeah, he
MVP
is.
and not win the title. And Luca is having that kind of series. He's the best player in the series by far, and his team is not even close to winning, right? Like this is like that's the type of series he's having, unfortunately. Like team wise, this is just not the thing. He's doing everything he has to, and unfortunately, it looks like he has to do more because once again, in game two, Tatum only had 18. He was shooting like under 30%. Jalen Brown had 21. Drew Holiday had to step up in this one. He scored 26, had 11 rebounds, huge defensive stops, especially at the end of the game when it was really close. Same with Derek White. He had a super clutch block at the end of the game. And Porzingis as well, 12 points. And then they didn't really run anyone on the bench. So I don't even know what to say. Like how can Dallas not be improving? Like what Jason Kidd's got to find. I love him as a head coach, but he's got to find a way to get them to adjust because then today, 106-99, the game looked completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. He gets them back. It's basically a tie game. It was like 93-90 when I saw it. and then Boston tailed away again, right? 106-99. Like
The missed shots, the missed open shots. They were good looks and they missed it.
think about it, they were able to hold Jaylen Brown to just 6 points in the
No,
first
yeah,
half.
first half.
That is insane. I know Tatum, he was the guy shooting today, like he had like 20 points in the first half or something, but they had to do a better job because Jaylen Brown in the second half, he scored 24 points. He scored
Nah,
24 points in 2 quarters. How could you let
okay.
that happen after stopping him for six?
Can't
I
do
know
that.
you guys are gonna
'Cause
adjust.
they don't have any defenders they can put on
But dude,
them.
he had his series high. Like he hasn't scored
Yeah,
30 all series, and then he scores 24 in the second half. Right? Tatum hasn't scored even 20 all series, now he drops 31 today. How'd your defense get worse? Doesn't make sense to me. And that meant that the starters had to do even less today. Right? Horford now really could just focus on defense. Holiday today
yeah,
could really just focus on defense. He only had like 8 points or 9 points
yeah,
today.
9 points.
Derek White had 16. He had a clutch three at the end of the game, but he didn't have to do that much. But when it came on, when the game was on the line, he was there and he showed up. Hauser again, 9 points today, only played 14 minutes. And then if you look at the Maverick side, PJ Washington played 39 minutes, only had 13 points. He missed a huge three close to the end of the game. Kyrie had 35 today, so he found his rhythm. Luka had 27, but he fouled out at the end of the game, right? With like 3 minutes left. I I don't know what to say about that foul. Like the problem is his leg was moving. He wasn't set.
He was moving,
So,
but it
but
it
he wasn't
looks like
set. So when they have to define the play, he wasn't set. Um, I don't know why he would do that in that moment. Like
yeah, it was five
he tried to get a
fouls.
foul, but he has 4 or 5 fouls already, or
That was
four,
five. That
or
was five.
that was his fifth one, right?
No, that was the sixth one. The Charger.
Sorry, that was
Sorry.
his sixth one. How can you make that kind of decision at that point in the game? Like you guys are so close. I understand that you want to get Boston out of the offensive zone, and Jaylen Brown was the guy that had the ball, but that's one of the maybe the only mistake he's made this series is doing
Mm.
that.
He's
Right? He
just
can complain all he wants about and everything.
yeah.
He took a risk making that play, and this time the ref didn't side with him. That's always a 50-50 call, especially if you're moving. Right? He did it in like a split second. Like it was out of nowhere. Like Brown was already right next to him. I'm not a huge fan of the play. I'm not a huge fan of the call. Lively played better today at 11 points, 13 rebounds. Once again, nothing off the bench though. Three guys who had zero. Hardy only played 4 minutes, but Tim Hardaway's the main guy. Josh Green, they really did not do anything. And then if you look at the starters,
Uh,
Derek Jones again, 2 points. Gafford 6 points, right? So I don't know. The Mavericks for 3 games have clearly been the worst team, and this game they truly could have won it if Luka didn't foul out. Because
and
fine,
if he made those threes though,
huh?
that PJ three that he missed,
Yeah,
that was a big
it would
one.
have. And Kyrie if he made that three too, like it would
Yeah.
have been.
The
It would
Kyrie
change
shot
the
was just a
landscape.
bad shot. The PJ one, you have
That
to
was
make
wide
that.
open. It
Matter
was wide
what,
open. How do you
you
miss
have to
that,
make
right?
that.
Like at this point, it's like I've talked about some people before. It's about like you're a professional basketball player, you're being paid all this money. I get that you're not going to make every single shot, but you're paid to make that shot.
Yeah.
When the game is on the line, the money's on the line, it matters the most. That shot has to go in. And it should have. He was wide open and he rimmed it. Like he didn't even, it was just in the corner. It should have been, that's a shot you practice
I
every.
know it's the corner ball too. That's the spot.
It
Uh,
was a shame.
we'll see how Jason Kidd he coaches them next game.
We'll
I
see. But this, do
assume
you
he's
really think,
gonna
you think that,
different
you don't think that
rotation.
the Mavericks can come back now, right?
Not really, but like there's always that small amount of hope, that you cling
Is
for.
there ever a team to come back from 3-0?
No,
Hmm.
there. I think the stat is 196-0 or something like that.
Yeah, dude. We were talking it up so much about Kyrie and Luca.
Yeah, and how like Kyrie's return to Boston, but Kyrie's just getting clamped in Boston. The one time he does have a good game, they lose. It's the bench. It's Kyrie and Luka can't do it all. Like I think that is the one flaw of this.
Yeah.
Well, there's two flaws. You don't have enough defenders that are 3 and D guys. You only have just wing defenders and no 3-point shooting from Derek Jones Jr. PJ. When he's hot, he's hot. But when he's cold, he's ice cold. Josh
Yeah.
Green, too small, can't make threes. Jane Hardy's too small. They need more creators. They need more on-ball defenders and 3-and-D guys. And that's what they're gonna have to look for this offseason. because Boston's killing them.
Yeah.
So
I
because
mean,
you can't always go against Drew Holiday and Derek White. You'll get tired. You have to
so
go
that's the thing. That's
Brown.
the one thing that really has separated Boston from almost every single team that they've played and in the playoffs in general is that their five starters are their five starters. Like these guys are all good, right? Tatum, Brown, both of these guys are all stars, all NBA team guys.
They're
Like
top 20 players.
they're top 20 players. Al Horford, he's definitely on his way out, but this is
He's
a
a
veteran
veteran.
center who's been in, I don't know about finals positions, but he's been in playoff positions. He's
Yeah.
had to be there. He's been really good at different points in his career, especially with Atlanta, I think was kind of his
Yeah,
best.
Hawk prime Horford was like double machine, like 18
Exactly.
and 10.
And then think about Drew Holiday. This guy used to average like over 25 a game. And now he's come here and they're actually letting him use his defensive prowess for his strength and lowering his shooting, but he can still make the shots when he has to. So he's an easy starter. And then Derek White's he was a starter with the
3 and
Spurs.
D.
They moved him here. He's doing the exact same thing, except now he's being noticed because he's with a bigger market. So they have their five starters for sure. And it's too bad that Porzingis is hurt. I don't remember what his injury line was, whatever they said it
It's
was crazy.
something, it's serious. I don't know if he'll come back,
It's
but
something that's
I
rare,
don't know if they
but
need
it's
him.
exactly like, and even if he was here, like that only makes them better, and he doesn't
Yeah.
even have to start. So I don't know. It. We thought that they kind of cruised through because it was the East and all the teams really weren't that good, and now it's like people are gonna say it's kind of a cupcake championship and everything, assuming that they win the next game or game five. But I don't know if you can call it a cupcake championship. I think that they've been assembled so well that they've made it look like one, but really they're just that dominant.
I'm pissed off. I don't like Boston.
Neither do
2019
I. I
Raps
don't
would
like Boston either. We're from
smoke them.
Toronto. People from New York too. They don't
The
like
Raps would
New York.
smoke them. That'd be a good series though. 2019 Raptors versus 2024 Celtics.
It would be a good
Okay,
series
won't get
because we have
sidetracked, but
defenders. We had defenders at that
exactly.
plus clutch shooting.
They're kind of built the same.
Yeah, yeah. They actually, yeah, because we had a pretty solid starting five because it was Kyle Lowry, Kawhi, Van
Red Van
Vliet,
Vliet, Siakam, Gasol, Ibaka,
Gasol.
Powell. We're a
Dude,
deep team.
that was actually
OG.
yeah, actually that damn that would be sick to see now, right? Those two teams going at it, but yeah, I just think Boston's in a world of their own, honestly. Like that's really what it's become. And this team, I'm pretty sure can stick around next year. I don't know what the contract situations are like, but if it can, then they might be going back to back, right? Because we already know that super teams don't work. Like it's so rare.
Mm,
Warriors pulled it off, but it was with homegrown talent and one year with
the Sixers. We'll see the Sixers. They have 60 million cap this year.
well, apparently Paul George maybe.
Yeah, Paul George and beat Maxey. That would be.
Yeah. We'll get into that later in the off season because we'll definitely have some
For
time
sure.
to cover free agency and all that.
But
Um,
game four
yeah,
is what, in 2 days, I think.
yeah, 2 days. So it's gonna be listen.
Dallas at home.
You know what I do still do think it's gonna be in five. I think that
Boston will win in 5 at home.
you have to think the Mavericks are gonna win one game.
Yeah.
No way they lose four in a row, right? Luca's gotta you gotta think he's gonna drop if like 45 if he has to. Like he's not gonna miss a shot in the next game. It just feels like
He's definitely not
he
gonna foul out
he
next
has
game.
the ice within him to win them a game.
I
And
think Kyrie
Kyrie
too.
just he doesn't want to lose like this.
He's gonna
So
play. He's gonna play well next game too. I think it's really the crowd that gets to him, honestly. Maybe just being in Boston because he played so bad in
and
Boston.
that Boston crowd every single
Yeah,
game, they're into
no
it.
matter what they say,
They're
like
into it. Like
bad stuff and
people
good
who
stuff.
think that the crowd doesn't matter, like you're so wrong. Like
Unless you're LeBron, it doesn't matter. Or
yes, but the
like
thing is, he's also
one of
thinking
the
about the
greats.
experience. When he was with Miami, it mattered, right? With all the inexperience, it mattered. But
Maybe the first year at Miami in the finals, but like after
yeah,
that,
but
yeah,
once you get used to it, once you're there all the time, and you know, like you're so overconfident in a way, like you're really confident in your abilities and your team's abilities. It becomes a different kind of nervousness or
Mm.
pressure. It's more just pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Which LeBron, he's done it all, so he doesn't have to hold himself to that kind of standard anymore. Um,
Aside from the NBA finals, we'll move on to the
we'll move on
Euros.
to the Euros. So the Euros are starting on Friday, which is awesome. It's gonna be such a good tournament. I always love watching the Euros because in the
It's
World
like the
Cup you
World
always get some
Cup.
teams in
Yeah.
there that aren't that great, but most of the European squads are pretty good. We're gonna go over. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the top four betting favorites, and then so we're gonna cover their squads, and then we're gonna quickly go over groups. We're just gonna pick who we think is gonna come out of the groups because I think it's two per, and we're just gonna kind of assess everything. So the four betting favorites for this year's Euro Cup is England, France, Germany, and Portugal. Okay. Now I'm wondering, do you already have a winner? Do I know
Portugal.
you pick Portugal? Okay, I'm the
Portugal.
same. Zaim said the same thing as well. Portugal.
I really want Portugal to win. I think they have a good enough squad this year.
I think so. We're gonna cover their squad. I think Ramiz said that like I think he said that he doesn't think England's gonna win, but he wants England to win.
They say that every year, but
Yeah.
everyone says the same thing. Until you get this manager out of here, they're not going to win. You have so much
Yeah,
talent,
Southgate.
and
Well,
you can't win.
we're gonna cover because they all right. Well, actually, we'll start with England, right? So their squad. Let's talk about their cuts first because Harry Maguire didn't make the squad, which was questionable because he plays well for
And he had,
the
yeah, for
country.
England, and he
He
had
plays
a
well
good
for England.
year this year. Apart from
So
the injury, I think the injury just sent him back.
well, and I thought that Southgate liked him. I thought
Yeah,
that Southgate really liked him. I'm
some very
surprised.
questionable like picks. Like you left
So
out Tamori again. He brought
left
in
out
Luke
James
Shaw.
Madison,
Yeah, no James
not in the
Madison.
squad, which I thought was absurd. I know that Madison did not have a great second half of the season, but I think he's definitely
Experience.
good enough to be on this squad.
Yeah, he's played
Grealish didn't
exactly.
make the squad, which
Grealish had a kind of an off year, I
he
guess.
didn't have
But
a great year, but his skills with the ball are they're top tier, and also for country as well. He loves playing with these guys. I am so surprised that
no Rashford either.
no,
No
you know what?
Sancho.
Honestly, this
No,
year
but Rashford is a good. It's a big game player.
he is a big game player, but
FA Cup, he played good.
I don't disagree as much because they have a lot of really good forwards.
Hmm.
Um, but okay, so as usual, the goalkeeper is probably going to start. It's going to be Pickford. I think he's been the goalie for them for
Yeah,
years.
Pickford.
Ramsdale's behind him, but it's
No,
pretty clear cut.
Pickford.
Defenders, kind of the headline guys will be Kyle Walker, obviously, one of the best in the world. Kieran Trippier, he's back from injury. He looked really good for Newcastle in those few games that he played. It was kind of clear that he was going to
Are
make it.
going through each squad.
Only the top four. We're going to go quick.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
going to go quick.
Okay.
So it's Walker, Trippier, Joe Gomez, who he's never scored a goal for Liverpool, so I don't know why he's made the squad. He's also always hurt.
Defender.
Um,
He had
John
a decent game.
Stones, clear. He's become one of the best
Great
defenders in
player.
the world. And then the other headline guy is Luke Shaw, in my opinion. The rest of
Shaw
them,
plays well for England.
he does. So I think that, and the only issue with him is his health. But
Yeah.
right now he's there, he's healthy. They have other options if it doesn't work out, but that's five headline guys on defense. Midfield, they've got Declan Rice, who had a really good year this year. Kobe Mainu, who's a young star.
Yeah. Star
I'm
boy.
not sure he's going to start, but he's definitely going to get
He
minutes.
better start. He needs to start with Rice, and he needs to start with Bellingham.
Well,
Bellingham.
let's see, because Bellingham's the next guy I was going to say.
Front
He's had a
forward.
phenomenal season. Obviously, he's become one of the highest value players ever. So clear, he's definitely starting. So him, Rice, they have been playing Trent Alexander-Arnold
In
at
midfield.
midfield because he wasn't really getting minutes down there. He's actually been playing better. So I definitely expect him to start. So those
Just put him in
three,
right back.
I don't think because they've got
I
Walker and
don't.
Shaw
When they
at
put Walker, you don't have no creativity down that right side because
yeah, but I mean
people
Trent.
bit.
The problem is Trent hasn't been good there, so they're testing it out. They also have Connor Gallagher in there, kind of an iffy choice. They got more of a gritty guy to be in there. Like definitely they'll have him in some big moments, but probably they'll put him in more when they're leading. I think is
Yeah,
what they're gonna
I
do.
don't think.
And
I don't
then
think that
forwards,
much.
it's Saka,
No.
Bowen, Foden, Palmer, Anthony Gordon, Ollie Watkins, Harry Kane, and Tony. That is a stacked forward core, and that's why I don't mind Rashford not being here because Ivan Tony comes back from the all the betting scandal and everything and scores 4 goals. Guy looks awesome. Harry Kane's the captain. You already know he's going to start. The guy had an awesome season for Germany. Ollie Watkins has like 19 goals this year. Like
Yeah, he had a good year.
he's a phenomenal goal
Saka.
scorer. Anthony Gordon was one of the best players for Newcastle. Cole Palmer I think he had 20 goals this year.
Yeah, it's like 20
He's a bit
goals.
of a penalty merchant, but he still had a good season.
He's so funny though. His pictures, they're so funny.
Yeah, yeah. But he had a good year. Phil Foden is one of
Yeah,
the
you know,
best in the
so
world.
they need to play this guy on the left. Stop putting him in the 10. Put him at
Yeah,
the left
yeah,
wing.
I
That's where he
agree.
plays the best. And then
And
put
then
Saka.
and then they've got Saka. So they're good. Saka and him should be playing the wings.
This
And then
manager pisses me off, man. You have Kane, you have Saka, you have Foden, you have Bellingham, Mainu, Rice, Trent, Stones,
Dude,
Gomez,
this
Shaw,
squad
Pickford.
is
I chose
good,
four.
man. It's a good squad. The
And they're
starting
deep
squad is
too. They
good.
have depth.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's a good team. They have ways that they can even rest guys. Like they're gonna make it out of their group. So
I don't know. They're
this
cursed
is
after that 1-0
yeah,
ties.
but like they don't have Rashford, they don't have Sancho, they don't have guys who you consider not dependable,
They
right?
have an
Like
easy group though, so it's like
this
no
is a
excuse
dependable group,
for them.
I think. But
They have an easy
anyways,
group though. Slovenia,
England
Denmark, Serbia.
England is stacked there. Then if we move to France, they have
Oh,
uh
Minion.
Mignon and net. They have Pavard, Upamecano, Konde, and Saliba and Teo Hernandez as kind of the standouts on defense. That's a good defense. I'm not a huge fan of Pavard anymore. I feel like he hasn't been that good.
He's
Um,
getting older, but you got Saliba, you got Koundé, you got
Saliba's a really good when he's in phenomenal
Hernandez.
for Arsenal. Kunde, he's kind of iffy. Like
I
sometimes
think he
he's great,
definitely plays
sometimes
better
he's
for
not.
France.
Hernandez is really good. I think
Hernandez is good.
his brother normally has a lot of the injury problems, so he hasn't made the squad. Um, Upamecano is a bit of a foul issue. Like I feel like,
Upa Maguire.
yeah, he makes some questionable calls. So
He's not starting though, I don't think so.
we'll
Just
see.
for depth.
He'll probably be
Then
subbed on like 60th minute,
you
right?
have Tchouaméni.
Yeah, on midfield they've got Camavinga, Griezmann, Tchouameni, Conte is back, Rabiot, and then Warren Zaire-Emery, who's like a young star. I think he's like 19. Like he's really,
Yeah,
really good.
PSG, I think.
Rabiot is a bit older, but still,
He's
experienced
experienced.
guy, good name. Conte, you before like all his injuries and everything, this is considered the best midfielder in the world at one point, best
Yeah.
defensive midfielder in the world. So even though he went to I forgot what team he went to,
We'll just say the Saudi League.
but in the Saudi League, he's probably still playing great there. I haven't kept track,
Yeah,
but
he's making so
the fact
much
that he
money there.
made the
He's living his
squad
life.
means that he's probably doing great.
He plays
So it's a
better in
really
France
good.
too. He's gonna be
And
happy
then
to
they
see his
have
boys.
obviously they have Griezmann. Love this guy. One of my favorite players ever.
One of the best players for France too.
Yeah,
Steps
they
up.
won a World Cup with him. And then they've got two young beasts
Tchouaméni,
in Tchouameni and Camavinga, who also
Camavinga. You
both
can
played
put
for
them
Real
anywhere.
Madrid. So they've both got the chemistry, and that's what they're gonna love. And then at forward, the standouts will be Giroud, who's a bit older now, but still a top veteran, and
Yeah.
Mbappe.
Top goal scorer too.
Mbappe is, I mean, we already, what do
Yeah, we
you
already
say?
know.
This guy's the best in the world. Dembele,
Hmm.
Coman, and Thuram. Thuram is all right. I don't love the way he plays, but he always seems to make this squad, so good for him. Coleman's a quick player, really, really good, a lot of talent. And then Dembele's the same, but I don't
No
know.
Moani.
Who?
Randall Moani from PSG.
Maybe. I didn't write his name.
Striker.
It might be, but I didn't write his name down. Maybe. I have no idea.
But France has a good
There's
team.
there's a few more forwards that
Uh,
were there that I didn't name, but
the group is decent.
it's a
It's
good
definitely
squad, but not
Netherlands,
the same
Austria.
kind of
Oh.
chemistry that I think the England squad will have. Like
Hmm.
the England squad
But
will
it's
definitely be a
France,
little
and they
better.
have the better manager. They have the better
Yeah,
player.
they have Didier Deschamps, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
England's got Southgate. And we'll
Wow,
move to
big
Germany here
comparison.
as well. Huh?
Germany?
Yeah, Germany, we've got Neuer and net, which is it's crazy because I remember reading something that
Wings are so
Ter
long.
Stegen has been behind him
Hmm.
and never played a minute for Germany in any of these big tournaments. Like because Neuer's been there for so long, Ter Stegen, who's also a top class goalie, has just never
Yeah,
had a
rest up Neuer. Just play Ter Stegen, but Neuer's getting up there in
but
age. Ter
they're both
Stegen's
still
not.
there. I wonder if Ter Stegen might actually get some minutes this year because he's been in really good form. I would not be surprised. Um, on
Neuer is
defense,
like
the only two standouts that I saw in defense were Rudiger and Kimmich. That's it. Everyone else either I didn't really know or they're obviously they had
oh
great.
no, Matt Hummels is a
Yeah,
very
no
questionable player.
Hummels, which was crazy. Crazy that he didn't make the Germany squad. Um, but I think on defense, like it's looking a little bit weak, but Rudiger and Kimmich obviously kind of pull that up to a whole new level because they're both world class. So we'll see, it kind of balances it out, but still not great. Midfield wise, Cruz, this is final Euros. This is the
We all
last
know
time
how
we
good
see
Cruz
him.
is.
This guy's an absolute legend. You already know it. So this is huge that he's there. Musiala,
We all know how good he is too.
yeah, Musiala. Oh my God, dude, I want this guy to come to the
Watching
Premier.
this guy play is just
It's elegant, man. It's so good. He doesn't make
sexy.
any mistakes. Like it's awesome. Florian Wirtz, this guy, he's been a star for
Oh,
the last 2 years, but this year with Leverkusen, it's gone to a whole new level. Leroy Sané. and Gundogan. So
Their midfield is definitely the strong point, I'd say.
it's a good
Imagine
midfield.
a
The thing about
midfield of
guys like
Gundogan.
Goretzka didn't make the squad, right?
Yeah. The
Top
midfield is
end
deep.
guys,
It's
it
deep.
is.
Oh,
This is
Muller, you got as well.
so Mueller. They've listed him as a forward as well as Havertz. Those are my top two for forward for
Mhm.
them. Kind of weak up there, but Havertz had a good season.
No
Mueller,
Sane,
I
right?
don't know how much Mueller's gonna play. Like, I don't know if they're gonna run like one striker kind of thing, and then have it all be midfield and defense.
The midfield is too strong. You gotta play all. You have to play like a diamond maybe with
Yeah,
Musiala, Cruz, Gundogan, and Wirtz. No
yeah,
Sane this year.
yeah. Sane's on the squad. Sane's on the
I
squad.
remember Sane. Okay,
Yeah, and then they've got. Well, I think Nagelsmann is the coach for them.
good coach.
Yeah, he is. He should have been the coach
So
for them.
definitely strong points are goalkeeper, midfield. I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so. Otherwise, and I mean, all these guys also that I've named, like they're all in form right now, which is also really important. Like Rudiger is
Yeah,
an absolute beast right now. So
great.
they're getting everybody while they're on high.
And
And then Portugal, who have Costa on goal. They've got on defense Pepe's back, but I doubt he starts, but he is there.
he might start. He
He
played
was
good
good for
friendly.
Porto, I think,
Yeah,
right?
he's still good. He said he's only gonna leave when Cristiano leaves.
Which is awesome. So
A real homeboy.
then they've also got Ruben Diaz,
Great
Diogo
player.
Dallo,
A lot of great year.
Mendez, and Cancelo.
And
It's a good defense. It
a
really is.
solid defense.
Right?
I just
Mendez
want
is
maybe a
such a
more depth
speedster.
at
Dude,
center back. But
huh?
like, yeah, I like the wingers, but I want more depth at center back for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Like,
Midfield strong though.
yeah, midfield they've got Bruno Fernandes,
Oh
Bernardo
yeah,
Silva,
class,
João Neves,
class,
Ruben Neves, and
class.
Vitinha, also class on PSG. This is a good midfield. It really is. Having Bruno and Bernardo already is awesome.
With
And
João
then you
Neves
got
too.
João Neves, who's a young star.
I
It's
hope
gonna
my
be
team signs
exciting.
him, but I don't know. He's expensive, like
He is
100. I
expensive,
think.
but young stars and Vitinha is also pretty young. I think he's only like 23. So
Hmm.
this is a good midfield. And then on forward, obviously we got Cristiano.
Ooh!
Um, then we got the guy that replaced him last year, or not last year, at the World Cup 2 years ago, Goncalo Ramos, who
Oh,
that hat
Chalo Ramos,
Goncalo. I don't know how you say it, but
Chalo, and then Rafael
yeah,
Leao.
they have Leao, who has not really been in form, but
Yeah,
there's no way
but
that he
maybe
wasn't
he'll
going to
play
make the
better in
squad.
Portugal.
They have Jota from
Got it.
Liverpool, and they have João Felix. So it's a good
Solid
four
attackers
too.
too.
Yeah, it's about are they going to show up in the moment? You know that Ronaldo will. He's always there, but
Hmm.
all these other guys are young. Are they going to be there? Right?
I
Are they gonna
mean,
have the mindset
I
for it?
think their experience. I mean, Bruno. Bruno's nasty when he plays for Portugal. Like I feel
I'm
two
not
games
worried about
he
the
got a
midfield.
brace. I
I'm
think.
not worried about the midfield. That midfield is awesome.
Hmm.
That's
I'm
gonna
just worried about maybe the defense.
yeah, the defenses and the goalie, I think, are the two weakest points, but it's a good squad. Like it's still my pick. I kind of convinced myself about England right now. Like
Oh
I
no.
definitely could see it working out for them. But
All right.
all right, we'll
Cool.
quickly go over the groups. So Group A,
No, you want to go over one more team, Belgium or Netherlands or Spain?
do you have the squads? I don't have the squad out.
I'll go over Belgium. Belgium
Well,
has a
Belgium's just exited their golden era, right?
yeah,
So
but
uh,
they have new guys coming in. You got Courtois, of course,
easy.
best goalie when healthy in the world.
Yep. He's
Uh,
back now too.
KDB, you know,
Yep, obviously.
best midfielders.
Best midfielder in the
Got
world.
Lukaku, who shows up for Belgium.
He does. He's good for country.
Jeremy Doku,
Oh
great
yeah,
player,
he's really good. He's
young
like
player for
22.
City. You got Amadou Onana, he's a good
Mhm.
midfielder from Everton. My team is linked to him. You got
Yep.
Frimpong.
Yeah, he's really good. I think for Leverkusen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a really good. His value's like I think like 90 million now.
He's crazy. I don't know, but hopefully my team will sign him too. But those are the kind of standouts.
Yeah,
Uh, and then we got Netherlands. You got Van Dijk, the
easy.
Lit. That's
Yeah.
scary. That back line is scary. But
Well, and
forward.
what's his name? Frankie De Jong had
Oh,
to
Frankie De Jong, of
because of
course.
no, but because of injury, he's not playing.
Oh, he's not playing.
Yeah, he had to leave. He still has an injury from Barca when he played in the first
And
game, and he just
love to see this guy play. But they got Nathan Ake too.
yeah, really good.
Xavi Simmons, Memphis
Yeah,
Depay.
he's become a young star, Simmons.
Yeah,
Oh my
PSG
God.
star. He's
Well, because I think this year he played with
like
the
great.
Turkish team, I want to
Yeah, I
say.
think he went on loan. No.
Yeah, he did, and he got a lot of minutes. He played. His value has
I think
gone.
he was one of
Yeah.
the top scorers in the Turkish league, actually. Got
He
Memphis
did.
Depay, of course, veteran.
Easy. Yep.
Cody Gakpo. He had a bad
Yep.
year for Liverpool,
He
but
did,
hopefully
but you know he's still a world-class player.
we got Denzel Dumfries too.
Yep.
Daley Blinn, I think sometimes he does captain. You got Ryan Gravenberch.
Yep. Another good player. They've got a good squad there. They do. Like, dude, there's some teams who have some really good squads. You want to
You
go over
got
the groups?
Spain too.
Oh yeah,
Lamine
you want to take a
Yamal.
quick look at Spain?
No Gavi because Gavi has ACL injury. You got Rodri, you got Pedri. Ooh, Pedri and Rodri midfield.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
nice. It's kind of nice.
Nacho Fernandez, you got Joselu for being I think those goals in the Champions League final
Yeah,
got
for Real
him out.
Madrid, he's
I think he
definitely
scored two more clutch goals recently in the recent game.
maybe I don't
Got
remember.
Cucurella.
Yep.
You know Jesus Navas is a defender now? I did not know that.
Wait, what?
Jesus Navas. Remember he used to be a winger for City, have like 95 pace. He's a
Yeah,
defender.
he's still playing?
Yeah, he's a defender. He's in shape. He got them blue eyes still.
Oh,
Still looks
I
like a
didn't
model in the
even know
hall.
that. He
Yeah,
made the squad?
yeah, he's a defender now.
Isn't
Got
he like 35
he's
now?
old. He's 30,
No.
38, 38.
Dang, that
I think
is
that's what 38 now.
all back from whoa, that's like old FIFA. I remember that when he was on Man City.
Yeah, good time. Man.
Jeez. Dang.
Getting old. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
those
not
are
a huge
just
fan of the Spain squad because it's just so young. Like,
yeah, definitely. I mean, they reached their golden generation like maybe 10 years ago, and
yeah,
then
and they're
they
kind of starting to create a bit of a new one, not to that level at
yeah, but you
all.
got Yamal, Pedri, Gavi, you got those people coming in. So that's
They also
gonna
have, well,
help.
I mean, I'm not a, I already talked about this. I don't like him, but Ferran Torres.
Oh, Ferran Torres. Why don't you like him?
I just don't think he's that good for the
Oh,
price
you
that
you
he's
think he's
going.
overhyped?
I just think he's overhyped. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I don't like he was perfect for Man City. And then they went and sold him because he wanted to leave. And since
Where
he's
do you
been at
go?
Barca, he's just been all right.
Where do you go?
Barca.
Mm.
And it
He
didn't really
doesn't even start, does he? A substitute.
he always gets subbed on. I mean, he's okay, but he's obviously and they
Yeah.
have Lewandowski and stuff there, so they don't need him. But
So that's
I
our
don't
like
know. I don't
main
have a lot of hype for
those
Spain.
picks. But
Yeah. So let's
my winner, Portugal. Your winner, Portugal as well.
yeah. So let's quickly go over groups. Be super fast here. Group A, Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. I think the easy pick here is Germany to come out of this group. This is the best thing that could happen to them. The squad that they've got and everything, this kind of group is really good for them. So Germany, I would expect actually to sweep it. I think they're going to win all three games. Um, I don't really know who else can come here. There are some good Scottish players, I'm pretty sure, if my memory is right.
No McTominay.
No McTominay, but who's
Oh,
the
Robertson.
I was gonna say Robertson. He is world class, so could be him. Switzerland, although I doubt that Shaqiri's even playing for them anymore, but that's what I remember
Yeah,
from.
Germany and I'd say Scotland or Switzerland. I'll say Scotland.
I'll say Germany and Scotland as well. Then if we go to Group B, Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania.
Oh, it's a tough.
This is a crazy group. I don't remember who's on the Italian squad because that team is iffy. Like it's not. They didn't even make the World Cup last
Yeah,
year,
their golden
so
generation was 20 years ago.
it's passed by a
I mean, they
lot.
won the Euros in 2020, but those veterans are gone.
But definitely Spain is going to get out of this group. And then the
Yeah.
question is then Croatia. Can Croatia do it? Because they still have
Modric, they got Rakitic, Kovacic.
they still have all the guys from the
Yeah.
past years. Like they're not all gone yet. And then they've also got
Mandzukic.
who's the guy on
Oh,
defense?
Mandzukic is gone. Manager? I don't even know the
I don't
manager.
know who's the guy on defense.
Uh
He plays for Man City.
oh, Guardiola.
Guardiola, he's really, really good. He was great for them at the World Cup. He was pretty much their number one defender. I would expect that's still the same thing here. Um,
Man, I forgot he played for Bayern, not Bayern, Dortmund too.
who?
Everyone plays. Guardiola. They bought him, Man City bought him
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, I forgot
2 years
about.
ago or last year. Yeah,
So
they got
actually, you know what? I'm gonna say
Perisic as
group.
well.
I'm gonna say Perisic. Yeah, that's right. That's another big one. He's always great for country. I'm gonna say Spain and Croatia.
I'm
I
gonna say Spain, Croatia as well. If it's
um
not Spain and Croatia, it's Spain and Italy.
no matter, yeah, I think Spain's our number one coming out.
I think
Unfortunately for
Croatia has the
Albania, they
experience.
got put in this incredibly tough group.
Mhm.
Group C, we've got Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, and England.
Choose
Easy
Denmark
pick
and
right now.
England.
England is definitely getting through, and then yeah,
Denmark.
Denmark. There's
Denmark will surprise people. We got Hoyland. Hoyland's gonna surprise
well, they
people.
have Ericsson as well.
Ericsson as well. I think he's the captain.
Um,
He's getting
yeah,
old,
I forgot who's goalie. It's not Schmeichel anymore.
I think
Um,
it's his kid, no? It's his son. Kasper Schmeichel.
wait,
That's Peter
he's still.
Schmeichel's.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
Peter
He's still
Schmeichel's
playing.
son.
He's still playing. That's right. Because his son is also super old now too. He's like 40 or
Yeah,
30.
Schmeichel is like 30. He's 37 now.
Yeah, 37. But he left the Prem. I remember
Yeah, yeah.
seeing that.
He plays
But
for
yeah,
like he's in the
England,
Bronx.
Denmark is kind of easy. Slovenia, Serbia, not a ton of top players really, so not a huge surprise there.
Hmm.
Group D,
Uh,
we've got Netherlands, France, Poland, and Austria. This is going to be kind
sorry,
of the good ones, but
Lewandowski. Sorry. We
it's,
all know who it is. It's France and
did you
Netherlands.
also hear Lewandowski he tore something like in his bicep, so he might not play the first game.
I mean, it's kind of
Yeah,
weird. You're a soccer player, but a
but who
football
knows what he
player.
was doing? I don't know if it was in the gym or something like
Yeah,
that,
I
but
know.
he
You
made
see his TikTok dances? They're
yeah.
funny.
But also he's gotten so much older and they haven't really
Yeah,
any other
his
players
his
to really
best years are
support
behind
him.
him.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Poland doesn't really have anyone to support him. Like they
Yeah,
don't have any
he's a
other
one-man
top
team,
end
or
players.
like a lot of times.
So it's clear France is probably gonna be the number one team out, and the
And
Netherlands probably
Netherlands
too.
too.
Group E is Ukraine, Slovakia, Belgium, and Romania. I think it's gonna be Belgium and Ukraine. Belgium, even though I think that their generation is gone, they're definitely still good enough to beat all of these other clubs, or sorry, all these other countries. And
Yeah,
then
I'd say
Ukraine,
Belgium,
Ukraine has
Ukraine.
some actually, they've got some good players, right? If you think about
Madrid,
Mudryk,
Zinchenko.
they have yeah, Lomachenko. Who else do they have?
So
There's one more that I'm
sorry,
not thinking of.
we
There's
don't
some young
really
star,
know Ukraine guys.
but those two are pretty clear. And then we've got Group F, which is Portugal, Czechia, Georgia, and Turkey. Um, my answer is Portugal, and then I don't know
It's
who else.
either Turkey or it's
I remember
Czech.
reading that Georgia is a kind of a dark horse. I don't know why.
No, no, no.
I don't know why,
No. I
but
think the only time I pick Georgia is if no, I never picked
if
Georgia.
the odds are in your
I think
favor.
Canada could be Georgia.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm
But
sorry, maybe even disrespect some Georgians, but like,
yeah,
sorry, I don't know a single player.
this is
Oh,
gonna be
Kvaratskhelia. So that's the only guy I know. So it's basically Poland 2.0. Okay,
basic.
but I'm picking Portugal and I'm picking I'll pick
Okay. Pick Portugal, and who do you
I'll
think
pick
is gonna
Turkey.
win the
Turkey.
Portugal and Turkey? And now, who do you think is gonna be the Golden Boot winner for the tournament? Who do you think scores
Mbappe.
most? You think
Or
Mbappe
Harry
gets it?
Kane.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Harry Kane. I think so. I think he's going to get it done. Him or maybe Ronaldo. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe that would be fun. That'd be nice to see
Yeah.
Ronaldo
Ronaldo
kind of have
top goal
one last run
scorer.
because this is probably. You
His
think he
last
plays the
Euro.
next World Cup?
I think he'll play the next World
You
Cup.
think
He's
he
done
plays the
after the Euros. I think he's gonna replay till he reaches 1,000. He's almost at 900.
Yeah, fair enough.
If
Yeah.
you include all goals, Euros,
I thought he
Cup.
raised like 893 or something.
Yeah, he's almost at 900. So I think he'll be at 900 after the
I
Euros.
was talking to
If he
Zion the other
scores
day. I was just like,
900 and he wins the Euros. That'd be crazy.
that would be crazy. But I was talking to Zion. I was just like, dude, we're watching the probably the two greatest soccer players ever. Like, let's not even do this right
I
now.
know.
Two greatest ever. And then after this, like, Mbappe is not even close to their level, right?
Nothing can beat their level.
Like,
The way how good
that's what
these
I mean. Like, their
and like the
stats,
watching them
they
play too.
dominated at a whole. I just saw something that was like, what the year that Messi scored 73 goals, last year's Barca squad, total combined goals from every single player on the team was 73.
Yeah,
That's
that's
insane. Messi
outrageous. Like
himself had the same amount of goals as the whole entire squad. Dude, and then Ronaldo, this guy,
Mr. Champions League.
athleticism, also longevity. For
Yeah.
Ronaldo to still be playing like this, we're done now, but this is oh my God. We're exiting an era of unbelievable athletes. LeBron, Tom Brady, Messi, Ronaldo, Sidney Crosby is going to be out of the NHL soon.
Ovechkin,
Ovechkin, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Andy Murray, all going to be out of tennis soon. Wawrinka, all going to be
John
gone.
Cena,
Dude, John Cena, The Rock's basically gone already. Oh my God. Randy Orton's
Undertaker.
on his way out.
We're
Undertaker's
getting old, all of us.
dude, we got to witness some of the best sports anyone will ever see, right? Like it's actually mental. It
You
is
got 90s people yapping. Oh, my arrow's the best. Nah,
nah, dude. Nah.
our arrow would
Arrows.
stomp you guys
Dude,
faster. They're
they're
stronger. They're
dude,
not as
the
aggressive.
athletes
They're
that have
just
come
more
out of
skilled.
this era. And the funny thing is before everyone thought that all those records that were had like couldn't be broken.
Yeah,
And now the records that we're seeing now, honestly,
I
I
don't
feel
think
like
they'll
I'm
be.
like I'm thinking like how can this be broken now? Like how like it's gone to a point where it's like at least before it was possible, now it feels truly impossible. Like in any sport, like think about LeBron's points total.
45.
Someone would have to average like 30 points a game for almost their entire career.
Yeah, they don't even get, they
Touch
can't
that.
get hurt either.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the longevity. They have to play until they're like 42.
And it's still going. He's still playing.
And what are they? Yeah, exactly. He's continuing to add to the total. Like right now, I don't see any player in the NBA who's going to do it. Maybe Luca.
I'd
If,
say
if
Luca
he's,
only.
that
Luca,
would be it.
maybe
Right?
even Giannis, but I don't like the way Giannis plays, kind of scary.
No, but also because he's like 7 foot, 7 foot 1, I don't think he's going to be able to play.
Yeah, you can't play like that,
It's
like the
kind
way
of a
he plays his
historical
play
thing that
style.
7 footers don't really last.
That was definitely say Luca.
Yeah, but that these records, like even in tennis, like Djokovic now is like 26 majors. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know how anyone's gonna beat that.
Even golf, like Tiger Woods.
Oh my God, untouched. It's not happening. I just heard a stat today that at the US Open in like 2008, he won by 15 shots. He was
Oh,
minus 12, the next guy was plus 3. Now, if you don't know golf, you have no idea what that means. That is like winning a game by like 60 points in the NBA.
yeah, that's like
Winning the
blowing
NBA
him out the
finals by
water.
60 points and sweeping them. Like it's a whole new level of dominance. It's like LeBron dropping 100 points. Like
Yeah, it's like
that's Will
physically
dropping
you can't
100 is what it
possibly.
is. Like
You
it's
wouldn't think someone alive could do that.
exactly like that's the domination of this era is unreal. Like, I've never seen anyone hit a bicycle kick like Ronaldo did in that game for Real Madrid. Like that's one of the best bicycle kicks you'll probably ever see. Unreal. And you're never going to see anyone score 73 goals again in a season.
Yeah, we got spoiled.
It's never going to happen.
Sorry, a little rambling at the end.
Worth it, but
Yeah, very
that's
worth
good.
it.
That was a good episode. I hope that whoever's watching this enjoyed that. I'm gonna try and cut up some clips to kind of section it off. That way you don't just have to watch the whole entire thing. Might help us out a little bit too with the viewership, but hope you enjoyed it. We like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll figure out let's see about what's gonna happen in this NBA final series. And the
Well,
Euro starting on Friday, so
yep.
it's gonna
Oh,
be
my
good.
fat ass is going to go to McDonald's now and get me a large Diet Coke. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
smoke up. So I'll see you guys next week. Ladies man 217 out. She can bake out.
See you later.